a tender-hearted peninsula and poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she said.
Trump had a challenging weekend as people, including his most ardent supporters, are starting to lose faith in him. During a recent campaign rally in Wellwood, New Jersey, Trump's speech was so incoherent that even his devoted MAGA followers walked out. This clearly indicates the poor quality of Trump's speech that evening.
The most grossly incompetent man in government, the worst president ever of any country. The whole world is laughing at him. He's a fool, a gentleman named Donald J. Trump. Have you heard of him?
Trump made his way to Wildwood, New Jersey for a rally amidst ongoing court decisions and constant criticism. As expected, he spewed his usual rhetoric, but what was truly surprising was the response of the audience. It appears that Americans are growing tired of Trump's antics, as they began to leave the arena in unison, even some of his biggest supporters. This was a humiliating moment for Trump and a wake-up call for him to realize just how divisive and trashy his behavior has been. Hopefully, this unanimous action by the crowd will make him see the error of his ways.
But growing friends, welcome. I just got a lot of friends. What's this about me? Come on. Did I say the people you want? You want to go? Like everyone else?
Yeah. Oh, because that would be... Yeah, that would be like...
Noted that Donald Trump seemed to be thoroughly enjoying himself at a particular moment, reminiscent of the expression he had when his son Eric was born. The audience in Florida seemed thrilled when Trump waved his hand, adding a personal touch to the occasion. Later on, Kimmel made a humorous comment.
This is what the New Jersey rally looked like early on.
You were right. It was a terrible attack. October 7th was a terrible attack.
You're likely curious as to what caused even Trump's most loyal followers to abandon him. It seems he went too far with his words and actions, causing them to leave the premises. What exactly did he say that was so terrible? Here's a hint. It wasn't received well.
By two incredible football legends, New York Giants, Super Bowl heroes. I guess I would have to say Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive player never. I'm a little prejudiced, but I would say that. And the man who was possessed during Super Bowl, he was a Super Bowl MVP. Otis J. Anderson in there. Come on.
It's common knowledge that speeches should be informative and valuable, but apparently an ex-president and presidential candidate missed that memo. Instead of sharing his strategies and plans to win the election, he wasted everyone's time with half-hearted jokes, same comments, and unwanted guests on stage. It's unclear if Trump's brain has been affected by spending all day in court or if he's just venting his frustration on his audience. Regardless, Americans deserve better than Trump's fluff. And it seems that even his supporters have caught on. Recently, thousands of MAGA supporters began to take a bow, realizing they deserve better than this. At present, there is much speculation surrounding Trump's situation. The recent testimony given by Daniel seems to have had a profound impact on him, causing immense shock throughout his entire being. It is doubtful that the former president has been able to function properly since that momentous day. Daniel's testimony hit him much harder than their previous steamy encounter. However, this was just the beginning of his troubles. With his former associate Michael Cohen appearing in court, things are set to escalate quickly for Trump. It won't be long before his scandalous behavior is exposed for all to see. Let us hope that he is prepared for this day and has his diaper on just in case he loses control. Trump's attorney specifically read a post that Michael Cohen made on Twitter on April 22nd in which he refers to Donald Trump as Von. Trump's campaign rallies have always been newsworthy, drawing crowds of thousands who come to hear the bombastic presidential hopeful speak. However, it appears that most attendees are there for the comedic spectacle rather than out of genuine support for the man. Recent observations suggest that his numbers are often inflated, with news sources claiming hundreds of thousands attended his rallies when in reality there were only a few thousand. It's not surprising that many believe it's all a propaganda scam, since Trump's figures, like his bank account, are often imaginary. At a recent rally in Wildwood, New Jersey, news sources pumped up the attendance numbers to 880,000, but no one actually verified the figure. It's well known that Trump is an expert at exaggerating, so it's best to take his event attendance figures with a grain of salt. Here's what the crowd at Trump's rally actually looked like, and it's quite disappointing given the hype surrounding his MAGA movement. It's truly shocking how MAGA managed to fabricate these figures out of thin air and distribute them so quickly. To make matters worse, numerous MAGA-related accounts and publications have been spreading these falsehoods. Campaign backdrop this afternoon, town officials estimate the crowd at 80,000 people. Packing the sand to hear from the former president was a welcome sight for businesses at the beach as well. Action News reporter Charles Watson has the full story. It's true that the crowd's behavior wasn't entirely their fault. They were simply fed up with the constant and nonsensical ramblings of the former president, which had become quite unbearable. While Trump has always been known for his nonsensical statements, this time it was simply too much.
Chris Christie, a fat pig, you cannot. Please, sir, if you call him a fat pig once more, I'm gonna have to have you. And the guy didn't know what was happening. I said, no worry.
I mean, go with your phones. Yes, I'm not gonna.
But I said, you can't not call that me, man.
The situation is both humorous and lamentable when you ponder the fact that decent folks wasted their valuable time waiting to hear Trump's speech. According to reports, several Trump supporters arrived as early as noon, shouting and causing a commotion, demanding to see Trump. These supporters figuratively killed time while waiting for Trump to arrive, and even threw a celebration when he eventually did show up. They also verbally abused anyone who took the stage before Trump arrived. At the conclusion of the event, it became apparent that Trump's appearance was simply a spectacle. His supporters from New Jersey were left disheartened, and this latest controversy may be the final blow to his already tumultuous political campaign.
Trump likes it when people act like angry idiots on his behalf, so he had nothing but praise afterwards for Costello.
You saw what happened to a highly respected lawyer today, Bob Costello. Wow. I've never seen anything like that.
It's been 5 weeks since we started, but it hasn't been what we expected. We were hoping for a large group of supporters, but instead we've only encountered amateur puppeteers, a DJ with a portable speaker, and a man who claims to be the best sex capsule salesman in 3 states.
It may not be about his most hideous crimes, but damn it, at least he farted.
When it comes to the battle for best-selling sex capsules, one cannot overlook the importance of the second-place finisher in a highly competitive market, especially in regions known for their potato production. Every player counts. While Donald Trump may have had a group of devoted supporters waiting outside the courthouse, it was Stephen Colbert who truly stole the show. Armed with his comedic talents, Colbert was quick to bring the overly fawning Trump supporters back down to earth. His wit and humor were like a weapon that he wielded with precision, cutting through the hype and hyperbole that often surround such high-profile events. But Colbert's success was not just due to his comedic prowess. He also had a keen understanding of the market and the audience he was speaking to. He knew that in a world where sex sells, there was a huge demand for products that promised to enhance one's sexual performance. And he knew that in a market flooded with such products, it was the little things that could make all the difference. While Trump may have been the face of the best-selling sex capsule, it was Colbert who truly understood the market and knew how to connect with his audience. In the end, it was his ability to do so that made him the real winner.